Hello, children. So today we will be starting history chapter 6, town traders and craft persons. Okay. So in the medieval times, that is between 8th and 18th century, okay, there were temple towns, administrative centers, commercial towns famous for arts, craft, and port towns, etc. So moreover, some big towns and cities were famous for more than one of those things. Now, administrative centers, okay, temple, towns, pilgrimage centers, and all. See here what happened that Tanjavur, okay, it was situated on the bank of river Kaveri in Tamil Nadu, and it was the capital of Chola dynasty, that is 1,000 years ago, okay, and it was a busy commercial town with markets for grains, spices, cloth, and jewelry, and water was supplied to its people and visitors from big wells and tanks, and its architecture included different temples and palaces with mandavas, we can say, okay, that is pavilions, that were used by king to hold courts and carry out their administrative affairs. Now, but they were used as a prayer halls, and some even housed religious dancing and music concerts. So Tanjavur is also an example of a temple town where urbanization, the that is the process by which cities grow, okay, happened as temples, and it becomes a central to society and economy. Now, temples were built by rulers, not only to show their devotion but also to unify different communities, and they were maintained through cash and land grants from rulers and merchants, as well as from donations which was made by pilgrims. So big temples also used surplus, that is extra fund, for business, such as trade and banking. Okay, then to cater to the needs of the pilgrims and of the temples, priests, workers, artisans, etc., started living in the areas around the temples. This led to the growth of temple towns such as Somnath in Gujarat, okay, Kanchipuram and Madurai in Madurai in Tamil Nadu, Tirupati in Andhra Pradesh, and towns around Bilaswamin, that is Bhilsa or Vidisha in Madhya Pradesh. Now, centers of pilgrimage also started turning to townships such as Vrindavan in Uttar Pradesh and Tiruvannamalai, that is Tiruvannamalai in Tamil Nadu. Okay, then Ajmer, the city in Rajasthan, that was both the capital of Chauhans in the 12th century and the sub headquarters of the Mughals, is a great example of religious coexistence. Then large villages, how large villages become small towns, we can see that. After the 8th century, many small towns emerged out of large villages all over the Indian subcontinents. Okay, these towns has mandapikas, that is where markets were set up to sell agricultural products, then horses, salt, camphor, saffron, okay, betel nuts and spices like pepper and all. So streets were also set up to help small business and artisans such as potters, oil pressers, sugar toddy makers, smiths and stone masons. Okay, then samantas, that is zamindar and landlords, we can say. So they built forts around large villages and turned them into developing towns. So they also collected taxes from traders and artisans, and inscriptions in temples tell us that some Samantas gave away the right to collect taxes to temples. Now, different traders. Okay, so there were different kinds of traders in the medieval times, including the Banjaras, that is nomadic people. Okay, and traders who traveled a lot came together to form traders associations. The most famous ones being is Manigramam and Nanadeshi. So they did this to protect their interest both within the Indian subcontinent and in Southeast Asia and China. And the largest Indian trading group were the Chettiars and Marwadi Oswal. Okay, and Gujarati traders such as Hindu Banyas and Muslim Bohras, and there were extensive trade with the port of the Red Sea, the Persian Gulf, East Africa, Southeast Asia, and China. And Indian spices and clothes were also exported. And gold, ivory, spices, tin Chinese, okay, then blue pottery and silver, they were also imported. And many of these products also reached European markets, and this attracted European traders to India. Their arrival once again changed the structure of trading and towns in India. And the inlay work in copper and silver done by craft persons of Bidar, they also became very famous and came to be called Bidri. Okay, so goldsmith, bronze smith, blacksmith, mason, carpenters and all Vishkarma community, they built many public buildings such as temples, palaces, tanks, reservoirs, etc. As town developed, some aspect of cloth making such as cotton cleaning, spinning, dyeing became specialized and independent craft, as many weavers such as those from the Saliar and Kaikolar communities, they became very rich and made donation to temples.